गुड इवनिंग।
गुड इवनिंग। यस, जैसे कि पिछले मैच में गोकुलम केरला ने 5-0 का जीत हासिल की किक स्टार्ट के खिलाफ, प्रदर्शन कैसा रहा गोकुलम केरला का?
गोकुलम ने बहुत अच्छे से खेला, उनका टीम ऑर्गेनाइज बहुत ही सही था। काफी पिछले मैचों से आज के मैच में उनका टीम बहुत ही अच्छे से ऑर्गेनाइज था, तो उनके टचेस वगैरह भी बहुत सही थे और गोल एरिया में कॉन्फिडेंस है सारे प्लेयर जितने भी। मनीषा कल्याण का गोल इतना सही था, उन्होंने सारे पासेस इतने अच्छे अच्छे बनाए जो टीम के लिए उनके टीम के लिए बहुत ही अच्छे मौका मिला। उनके गोल स्कोर इतने 5 गोल्स में आज जीते उन्होंने, तो मनीषा कल्याण ने बहुत ही अच्छा खेला और आज उनको हीरो ऑफ द मैच भी मिला।
मनीषा कल्याण फिर से एक बार बड़े मैच में अपना छाप छोड़ गए। और किक स्टार्ट फुटबॉल क्लब, क्या आपको लगता है मिडफील्ड बैटल उन्होंने लूज कर ली, इसके कारण उन्होंने मैच का कंट्रोल कभी भी नहीं ले पाया?
मुझे लगता है उनका टीम ऑर्गेनाइज थोड़ा कहीं तो ऐसे लूज लगा मुझे, जो मिडफील्ड में काफी लूज हो रहे थे, जो भी मिडफील्ड थे उनके, तो इसलिए ज्यादातर डिफेंस में उनको प्रेशर आ रहा था और ज्यादातर स्वीटी के ऊपर जो ज्यादा लोड ले रहे थे पूरे टीम के, तो उनके ऊपर ज्यादा लोड आ रहा था कि उन गोल ज्यादा कन्वर्ट ना करें, पर हो गया। उनके थोड़ा टीम ऑर्गेनाइज थोड़ा काफी लूज लग रहा था।
And well, the striking duo of SSB, Ranjita Devi and Dular Marandi, spoke about their dream superheroes. And let's have a look at the teaser featuring these two superstars.
मेरा नाम तो दुलड़ मरांडी।
मेरा नाम रंजिता मणिपुर का।
हम तो पहले फुटबॉल खेलने शुरू किए हैं, जो छोटा से जो लड़का लोग के साथ प्रैक्टिस करते थे। फिर अपना हजारीबाग सेंटर में हम रहते थे, वहाँ पर एक कोचिंग सेंटर है, वहाँ पर से कोच के अंदर में रहे। फिर इधर नेशनल सब होता था, तो उसी सब में फिर सिलेक्शन होने लगा, तो फिर अच्छा से खेले। फिर बाहर का टीम देखते थे, हम अच्छा से गेम खेलती थी, तो हम भी सोचते थे हम भी अच्छा से खेले वो लोग जैसा। और फिर हम सोचते थे और आगे गेम अच्छा से बनाए और फिर अपना एज बनाए, तो अपना लाइफ बनाए, कोई हमको भी पहचाने ऐसे ही आगे। और सोचता मेरा घर में कोई सपोर्ट तो बहुत देते थे, लेकिन पैसा नहीं होता था। इसके बाद हम कोशिश किए, हम पढ़ाई करेंगे, खेलेंगे और आगे बढ़ेंगे और घर का सपोर्ट दे सकेंगे।
शुरू में मैं प्ले स्कूल में थे, हम लोग एक दो स्कूल मिल के एक कोचिंग में था, तो एक अचानक से एक टीचर ने मतलब स्कूल की पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए बोला, ग्रास रूट खेलने के लिए। हमारा उधर भी एक सीनियर लोग होता है फुटबॉल प्लेयर, वो लोग ने हमको पूछा वो फुटबॉल खेलना चाहते हो? हाँ खेलना चाहती हूँ ऐसे बोल के वो लोग मिल के हम स्कूल से हम लोग 20 लोग उठाया था खेलने के लिए। उस टाइम से शुरू हुआ था ग्रास रूट से। वो बात ना मेरे पापा को बताया, ऐसे ऐसे बोले फुटबॉल खेलने के लिए बोला, खेलूं क्या? ऐसे मेरे पापा ने बोला फुटबॉल खेलना चाहती हो? हाँ खेलना चाहती हूँ। और उसने बोला खेलना चाहती हो तो खेलो, हमें फुल सपोर्ट करेगा। उसी से स्टार्ट किया है उस टाइम से। पहले हम ना ऐसे स्टेट में ही खेलते रहते हैं, जॉब करने का भी नहीं सोचता है दिमाग में, सिर्फ खेलते रहना है। और मेरा पापा ने एक जॉब करने से और अच्छा रहेगा सोच के इसके दिमाग में जॉब करवाना चाहते हैं हमको। हम तो उस टाइम नॉलेज में भी नहीं है जॉब करना है, जॉब करके ही खेलना है। हम तो ऐसे ही खेलते रहेगा इसी दिमाग में चलते थे। तो एक पापा ने एसएसबी का एक वैकेंसी निकाला था, एक उसने फॉर्म पूरा भर के। उस टाइम हम एक खेलने के लिए गेम में थे, घर में भी नहीं था, तो मेरा पापा ने फॉर्म सब फिलअप करके लेके आ गया था मेरा गेम में आ गया था, सिर्फ साइन करने के लिए, मेरा साइन करने के लिए। सिर्फ मैंने साइन करके दे दिया, फिर मेरे पापा और मेरा दीदी ने ही सब कुछ किया है एसएसबी में आने के लिए। तो सिर्फ मैंने साइन करके फिर सेलेक्ट हो गया था एसएसबी में। और मेरा पापा तो नहीं रहे, सब मेरा पापा की क्रेडिट है, मैं यहाँ तक पहुँच रही हूँ मेरा पापा के उसको। उसने क्या बनवाना चाहते हैं हमको और कहाँ तक लाना है, सब वो नहीं होने से हम यहाँ तक नहीं पहुँच पाए।
मैं तो पहले सोचते थे वो जो पैसा नहीं होता था, तो एक बार हमको बोली थी मत खेलने के लिए, मम्मी लोग तो हमको बोले थे मत खेलने के लिए। अगर खेलने के लिए तो पैसा नहीं होता था तो कहाँ से खेलेंगे। तो एक मेरा मौसी है, तो मेरा मौसी बोली हम दे देंगे, तुमको जितना जरूरत है, जहाँ तक खेलना चाहती है तो खेल लो। तो हम बोले चलो, हमको इतना सपोर्ट मिल रहा है, मेरा मौसी खुद अपने माँ जैसा सपोर्ट दी, तो हम उसके से इतना तक आगे बढ़े। फिर हमको हॉस्टल में फिर बोले ठीक है, तो कहाँ हॉस्टल तो मौका मिल रहा है तुमको रहने के लिए, खेलने के लिए, तो वहाँ रहो और खेलो। तो फिर हम लोग का एक मैडम है, तो बोली एसएसबी का फॉर्म भरा है, चलो हम भर के तुमको वही डाल देते हैं, एक तो हो गया। तो फिर हम वो मैडम सब चीज़ भर के फिर बोले डाल के आना। जब हमको सिलेक्शन हुआ तो सबसे पहले तो हम अपना मैडम खुश हुए, मतलब मेरा बच्ची वो नौकरी मिल गया। तो मेरा घर वाला लोग तो कोई विश्वास ही नहीं कर रहे थे, मतलब इतना छोटा एज में कैसे हो गया नौकरी। सब गाँव वाला लोग भी बोल रहा है इतना छोटा एज में कैसे नौकरी हो गया था, ऐसे झूठ बोल के जा रही है। तो बाद में जो मीडिया फिर हमको गया मेरा घर, तो हम बताए, तो फिर सबको गाँव वाला भी खुश हो गया और सब गाँव वाला भी हमको सपोर्ट करता था। जो ये बच्ची इतना गरीब है घर से, तो ये बच्चा आगे बढ़े। तो अभी भी हम छुट्टी जाते हैं तो हमसे सब हमको उन लोग का घर जाना चाहिए मिलने के लिए, लेकिन खुद उन लोग आ जाते हैं हमसे मिलने के लिए।
जब हमने फुटबॉल खेलना शुरू हुआ था उस टाइम ज़्यादा पड़ोसी का ज़्यादा सपोर्ट नहीं था, सिर्फ मेरा फैमिली था। तो पड़ोसी मतलब कोई बोलता है क्या करेगा, फुटबॉल खेलेगा, उतना नहीं वर्ल्ड तक नहीं पहुंच पाएगा, लड़की हो गई, मतलब ऐसे कोई भी बोलता है, कोई भी सपोर्ट करता है। जब मैं फुटबॉल अभी तक मतलब फुटबॉल खेलने के बाद जब जॉब मिल गया और अच्छा जो नाम भी लिया, तो सब सोचने लगे ओ फुटबॉल खेल के सब मिल रहा है, तो हमारा बच्चे लोग भी खेलना शुरू करते हैं, ऐसे बोल के लड़की लोग भी शुरू कर दिया और फुटबॉल में खेलना। और हमको पूछने आता है कैसे खेलना है, कहाँ पे खेलना है और कैसे करके खेलना है, सब पूछने के लिए आता है। और आ गया था मतलब लड़की लोग खेलने के लिए।
हमको मतलब बाहर से कुछ भी कोई भी बोल देता है तो मतलब मन में तो अच्छा नहीं लगता, लेकिन एक हम ग्राउंड जाते हैं तो इतना खुश हो जाते हैं जो ग्राउंड का फुटबॉल को देख के। मेरा ऐसे लगता है मेरा फुटबॉल ही लाइफ है, उससे कोई नहीं है। हमको बहुत खुश लगता है, सबसे ज़्यादा हमको फुटबॉल से बहुत प्यारा है, इसीलिए हमको कोई भी कुछ भी बोलेगा तो हम ग्राउंड में आएंगे तो मेरा मन मतलब बाहर का ध्यान हम सब भूल जाते हैं, दुख तकलीफ जो भी हुआ तो सबको हम सब भूल जाते हैं, लेकिन मन तो बहुत फुटबॉल में ही लग जाता है।
पहले मैं फ्रेंडली मैच में एक बार खेल चुकी हूँ इंडिया टीम में, उस टाइम थोड़ा इंजरी था मैं, इसलिए आउट हो गया। फिर दोबारा जाने के लिए कोशिश कर रही हूँ और अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस देके इंडिया टीम में जाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
हम भी जितना गोल हुआ है हैट्रिक तो मारे, लेकिन हमको उतना खुश नहीं किया, लेकिन उससे और अच्छा करना है और आगे खेलने के लिए हम भी सोचते हैं हमको भी मौका मिले इंडिया खेलने के लिए। हम तो अभी खेले भी नहीं हैं, तो हम भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं और हर मैच में हमको हैट्रिक मारे, फिर भी गोल मारे। एक तो एक स्ट्राइकर है हम, तो एक गेम का ये है, हम लीडर है। हम गोल नहीं मारेंगे तो पूरा टीम का ये हो जाएगा। खुद तो नहीं मार रहे, फिर दूसरा इसके लिए, और टीम भी डाउन हो जाएगा। अगर आगे गोल मारने के लिए तो अपना मेहनत करना पड़ेगा। बॉल लेना है, बॉल खेलना है, किसी को बात करके खेलना है, एक दूसरे को ले दे के खेलना है। आगे आगे देखना भी है पीछे बॉल कैसे है, गोल पोस्ट कहाँ है, अपने ई में लगाना है, दिमाग लगाना है। मतलब गोल करना है तो गोल करना है, जीत के जाना है तो जीत के जाना है। वही आगे कोशिश। और खेलने के लिए तो सब मन है इंडिया में खेलने के लिए। सब खेलती है, तो हमको भी उन लोग को देख के थोड़ा सा ये लगता है, हमको भी मौका मिलेगा तो खेलेंगे।
सो दुलर मरांडी और रंजीता दोनों आपके टीममेट्स रह चुके हैं। संगीता, आज लेट गोल कंसीड की एसएसबी ओडिशा स्पोर्ट्स के खिलाफ, क्या आप थोड़े से डिसअपॉइंटेड है?
हाँ, पर डिसअपॉइंटेड तो हूँ क्योंकि वो जीतना चाहिए। बाकी जो भी मैच थे, आज के मैच भी उनको जीतना चाहिए था, तो उनके लिए कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा हाई हो जाता नेक्स्ट मैच के लिए, क्योंकि लास्ट मैच वो लगातार हारते हुए आए हैं। तो अगर आज के मैच जीते तो उनके लिए नेक्स्ट मैच जीते, जितने भी अपकमिंग मैच है उनके लिए कॉन्फिडेंस हाई होता। लेकिन कोई बात नहीं, उनको 1 पॉइंट मिला, उनसे भी उनका मॉरल डाउन नहीं होगा। वो कोशिश करेंगे कि नेक्स्ट मैच के लिए भी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस करे और जीते।
और आज का मुकाबला की बात किया जाए तो हंस वुमेन सिरवोडेम के खिलाफ खेलने वाला है। दिल्ली लीग चैंपियंस रह चुके हैं, लेकिन हीरो इंडियन वुमेन्स लीग में फिलहाल स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं। अभी भी एक भी मैच नहीं जीते उन्होंने, 7 मैचेस हारे। प्लेयर्स का मोटिवेशन रखना कितना मुश्किल होता है ऐसे सिचुएशन पे?
अगर हम लगातार हारते रहे ना तो हम प्लेयर्स के मोटिवेट थोड़ा डाउन हो जाता है, क्योंकि हम जीतने से ही हमारा मोटिव थोड़ा अप होता है कि हमें नेक्स्ट मैच में भी अच्छा करना है। जो भी होगा, हम जितने भी गलती किया है तो उस मैच को हम नेक्स्ट मैच में सुधारेंगे। पर प्लेयर को खुद से भी मोटिवेट होना है कि हमें आगे जितने भी मैचेस हैं उनसे भी मोटिवेट हो सकते हैं, हम जीत सकते हैं। तो प्लेयर को कभी भी मोरल डाउन नहीं करना चाहिए। तो हम हर एक मैच में कुछ नया सीखते हैं। हर एक मैच में बेशक हम हारते हैं, लेकिन हम हर एक मैच में न कुछ नया सीखते हैं। तो हंस भी और वो सब जितने भी प्लेयर्स है वो मोटिवेट होंगे हर एक मैच में। हर एक मैच में नया कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा उनको।
जैसे कि सिरवोडम स्पोर्ट्स क्लब पिछले मैच में उन्होंने एसएसबी को हराए, 4 अंक प्राप्त किए अभी तक। क्या उनका मोरल और कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा हाई रहेगा?
हाँ, बिल्कुल हाई रहेगा, क्योंकि वो लोग एसएसबी अच्छी टीम है, उनको हराया। उनके लिए अभी थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा हाई रहेगा हंस के खिलाफ। लेकिन मुझे लगता है दोनों टीम भी अच्छे खेलेंगे आज के मैच में। दोनों टीम को मेरी तरफ से ऑल द बेस्ट है।
ये एडिशन में जैसे कि हमने देखे हैं, छत्तीसगढ़ जैसे इलाका से एक टीम माता रुक्मणी हीरो इंडियन वुमेन्स लीग में पार्टिसिपेट की, आई लीग में राजस्थान यूनाइटेड पार्टिसिपेट की। तो ऐसे जगहों से क्लब आना शुरू हो गया जहां फुटबॉल उतना खेला नहीं जाता। फेडरेशन का कितना बड़ा रोल रहा होगा इसको पॉसिबल करने में?
मुझे लगता है उन्होंने काफी मेहनत किया है इस क्लब को लाने में। और अच्छी बात है कि इस जगह से जहाँ पे फुटबॉल का कुछ भी नहीं पता था कि यहाँ पे भी प्लेयर्स थे, खेलते हैं। तो मुझे लगता है जितने भी आगे में जितने भी मैचेस हुए हैं वुमेन्स के और मेंस के, जितने भी, उन सब को देख देख के मुझे लगता है ये सारे प्लेयर्स को मोटिवेट मिला है कि हम भी कर सकते हैं अगर ये कर सकते हैं तो फेडरेशन ने बहुत मेहनत किया है इन सब जगहों से क्लब लाना, प्लेयर को मोटिवेट करना। तो ये सब मैचों से उनको मोटिवेट हो रहा है कि हम आ सकते हैं, हम भी कर सकते हैं।
रिसेंट ईयर्स पे हमने देखे हैं एक्सपोजर ट्रिप जो इंडियन वुमेन्स टीम को मिला, फिलहाल फ्रेंडलीज में जॉर्डन और इजिप्ट को हराए। ये एक्सपोजर ट्रिप्स कितना मायने रखते हैं प्लेयर्स के लिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ गेटिंग एडजस्टेड टू द वेदर कंडीशंस, जो डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ टैक्टिक्स, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्लेयर्स के खिलाफ खेलने का मौका मिल रहा है?
देखा जाए तो हम लोग मतलब इंडियन वुमेन्स टीम ने लगातार हायर रैंकिंग टीम के साथ खेला है मैचेस, तो उनसे प्लेयर का और टीम का लेवल अभी बहुत ही हाई हुआ है वुमेन्स टीम का, जिससे जिस बहुत सारे फ्रेंडली मैच खेल के हुआ है, बहुत सारे एक्सपोजर टूर्स जो बहुत सारे नए प्लेयर्स के साथ, और उनको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला। गेम टेम्पो बहुत हाई होता है हायर रैंकिंग टीम के साथ, और वेदर के साथ भी एडजस्ट करके खेलना, तो वो सब खेल के टीम को बहुत ही ज्यादा, जैसे अभी आईडब्ल्यूएल में हम देख रहे प्लेयर का लेवल कितना हाई हो रहा है, हर एक मैच में हर एक बाईसाइकिल किक मिल रहे हैं, और कम से कम 45 ईयर से गोल मार रहे प्लेयर्स, तो वो सब देख के लग रहा है कि हाँ वुमेन्स टीम इम्प्रूव कर रही है। और आप टचेस
जैसे
देखोगे वुमेन्स टीम के जो बहुत ही अच्छे हो रहे हैं, और जैसे मिडफील्ड कितने अच्छे थ्रू पासेस दे रहे हैं, वो सब ये सब फ्रेंडली मैचेस खेल के हमें इतना इम्प्रूवमेंट मिला है वुमेन्स टीम को।
जैसे कि आपने भी थॉमस डेनेबी के अंडर ट्रेनिंग की, उनका ट्रेनिंग सेशंस ड्रिल्स कैसा रहता है?
उनका ट्रेनिंग सेशन बहुत ही मैं तो मानती हूँ कि बहुत ही मोटिवेटेड होता है, और बहुत ही हाई इंटेंसिटी होता है, तो उनका ट्रेनिंग बहुत ही मजा आता है। और जैसे अभी वो अंडर 17 वुमेन्स टीम के साथ है अभी, तो मुझे लगता है वो बच्चे भी बहुत इंजॉय करते हैं उनका ट्रेनिंग, हम लोग ने भी बहुत इंजॉय किया, बहुत ही हर एक मैच ऐसे मोटिवेट करते थे, तो ऐसा लगता था कि हम मैच से पहले हम जीत रहे हैं, लेकिन हमने हर एक मैच में बहुत ही अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया। वो ऐसे मोटिवेट करते थे प्लेयर को, सबसे अच्छे से बात करते थे, मोटिवेट करते थे कि तुम कर सकते हो, हम कर सकते हैं, हमारे प्लेयर के पास सब कुछ है, हम कर सकते हैं।
बिफोर आई एंड दिस, मेरा लास्ट सवाल आपसे, जो भी बडिंग प्लेयर्स है, जो भी यंगस्टर्स है, जो आगे चल के फुटबॉल को अपना करियर बनाना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए आपका क्या मैसेज रहेगा?
मैं बोलूंगी कि हमारा इंडिया में फुटबॉल में करियर है वुमेन्स टीम के लिए, जो अभी वर्ल्ड कप होने वाला है, उससे हमारे लिए बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी है यंग प्लेयर्स के लिए। तो मैं बोलूंगी कि उनके फैमिली को बोलूंगी कि बच्चों को, गर्ल्स को सपोर्ट करे और उनको आगे लेकर आए। यंग्स यंग्स प्लेयर बहुत ही अच्छे कर रहे हैं, उनके अंदर वो पोटेंशियल है जो वो कर सकते हैं। तो मैं उनके फैमिली को, उनके पेरेंट्स को बोलूंगी कि गर्ल्स को सपोर्ट करें, और जितने भी उनके आसपास उनके फ्रेंड्स हैं जो उनको फुटबॉल में सपोर्ट करें, हम भी है उनके साथ, हम भी सपोर्ट करेंगे, सब है।
So thank you so much, Sangeeta, for joining us, and that brings us to the end of our pre-match show. Let's get back to the Kalinga Stadium, where live action is coming up your way. Stay tuned. Well, for the past few days, we have seen some big teams in the bottom half win and lose, and some have slipped and some have climbed. And now it's Sirvodem Sports Club's turn to make up the points in the Hero Indian Women's League. They play against the struggling Hans Women Football Club and will be expecting that Mahesh Jagtap's run as a head coach continues. A win will take the Goans into 9th position, with the game having played extra over Odisha Police. Hans Women, the champions of Delhi, are still in search of their first win of the campaign and will be pushing for their first 3 points of the season, as the head coach Darshan expressed her views ahead of the game and said that they will be aiming at bagging 3 points for sure. They started the journey with a lot of challenges and in front of them, but they are feeling positive for today's game. And speaking about the season so far, Darshan added they are here to see growth in their team, and it has been a great learning experience so far, and with each game they wish to do better than the previous and welcome the remaining games as more opportunities, and for that to happen they need to start delivering from today itself. Well, Darshana spoke to us ahead of this game. Let's hear from her.
We are here today with a different mentality altogether. We're here to prove that we're not just a team with defensive tactics. We can even get some goals, even back 3 points for our team. So hoping today with a strong mentality that we get our first win and we go back home with a celebration.
And now getting into the team news of Hans Women Football Club for this evening. And 9 out of the last 10 goals conceded by Sirvodem have come from open play, but no clean sheets in Darshana's 8 games in charge, and that means the defense needs to do as well as the attack. 3 changes to the starting 11 as Asha Thapa and Hans as Sans Chanu left out, and in comes Muskan Khan and Ria. It is a great chance for Darshana to test her squad at this crucial point. And well, the subs Tanvi is available on the bench though, along with Anita as an attacking option for Darshana. Transitions are not working, and that could have led to many more goals in the previous encounter. And Darshana will be hoping those misses will turn into absolute hits. And Lakshmi Verma was just Jyoti. This player had a fine game too. And in the absence of Vani Kulcha from the starting 11, Niharika is on the bench, and Jyoti Barrett expected to lead the line in this fluid attack. And Sirvodem, this is an excellent platform developed by Vedanta in collaboration with the Goa Football Association to help aspiring women footballers across the country. And they urge all the players to take maximum benefit from this opportunity and excel further to achieve the greater heights in football. The Vedanta Women's Football League is an important initiative by Vedanta in collaboration with Goa Football Association for the upliftment of women football in the state. As the star player of the tournament, Karishma Shirvoika shall be representing the Indian national team, and going forward this tournament will be instrumental in helping more and more women footballers from Goa to fulfill their dreams. And Mahesh Jagtap, the head coach of Sirvodem Sports Club, addressed before this game.
We are positive because we got last win, so we have to work. Today is a different day, so we have to work. It's not like we won the game, then we have to just stay calm and like that. No, we are on those and we are working on it.
You'll be facing Hans Women's FC today. So what are your thoughts about them?
They are a good team, so we have to stick to.
Sirvodem Sports Club going this evening with a 5-3-2, and 2 changes from Mahesh Jagtap as he picks the same 11 which won against SSB Women. Alina is joined by Jyoti, who scored a goal in the last fixture in the heart of defence, but the gaps in midfield needs to be closed by Arpita and Ernestina. And last game's goal scorer Sanfida needs to offer more in attack. One out of the front two, of course, is a familiar face for Hans. Alina still awaits a goal for her new club, and she would like nothing better than to get one against her old ones. And Mahesh Jagtap's determination has surely worked on his team, but he's had to contend with the force and the constant rotation of his 11, and that uncertainty why they are in the 10th place. And Mahesh Jagtap knows fans will be wanting to see a bit of Jeromina Colasso on her return to the club. She just had to find the right time for the reintroduction. Well, the referee for today's game is Purki Bhutia, and she's going to be assisted by Akanksha Soni and P. Suman. The 4th official for today's game is Chitram Badapatra, and match commissioner Sudeshna Mukherjee. And a win can take Hans above Mata Rukmani to 11th. On the flip side, a win for Sirvodem Sports Club could see them jump to 9th with 7 points. Sanfida's her partnership with Ernestina was brilliant to watch in the opening few weeks and also in the last game. While that has waned, she has looked to carry on in same vein. That desire to get on the end of every ball will have to be more of a collective effort. Well, the Huns currently on a 7-game winless run, the longest such streak in the Hero Indian Women's League history. The Delhi-based side are now 7 games without a win. The numbers are partial to one side as they walk out. We've seen stranger things happen when the Hero Indian Women's League gets to this point in the season. In the last game, Sirvodem overwhelming SSB by 2-1. And they climbed 2 spots that evening. The Goans will be desperately wanting to climb 2 more tonight, but Hans then were just learning Darshana's methods. a couple of training sessions here and there, and some videos as an evidence of what she wanted from this team since they have become better. The change in identity is there finally for everyone to see. And there's Ernestina and Sanfida as well. Those two target man will be hoping when she comes on, her scoring boots are on. The match referee with the two skippers. Jyoti Barrett is the skipper of the Hans Women's Football Club side. And Ansela Barreto, the rightful back with the captain's armband for Sirvodem Sports Club.
Hey. Cameraman.
Sirvodem's remarkable performance against SSB saw Sanfida score a brilliant goal. And how can we forget that quality of that player? And she might be hitting a peak form at the right time, and she will be the player to stop. Sirvodem Sports Club over first couple of games started to look more comfortable in their clothes, and their credentials are still unclear, and tonight they, like those watching, will look for more clarity. And today, of course, top 9 can change. Again, the Goans are outstanding favourites against the side from Delhi. And the big test up next for Hans Women Football Club and Sirvodem Sports Club. An exciting encounter coming up your way live on Eurosport and also on the YouTube channel of Indian football team. So we are all ready for the kickoff here at the Kalinga Stadium. It is match number 48 in the Hero Indian Women's League between Hans Women Football Club and Sirvodem Sports Club. Referee Bhutia checking her watch. And almost time for the kickoff. It's gonna be the whistle any moment. Sirvodem Sports Club with a win and now on 10th with 4 points from 7 matches. Their first win, in fact, of the season, causing a very big upset, defeating SSB. Many would not have thought. Hans Women yet to register a single point on board. Played 7 matches so far, lost all 7 of them, and conceded 33 goals in this tournament and scored only 4. And we are underway, and so the top 9 is tighter than ever. And Sirvodem Sports Club cast aside the doubts of their previous regime and gave regimes to Mahesh Jagtap. Make us well was the mandate, and make us play well, make us attack so that everyone takes notice, and that has happened exactly for them. The shackles are off and the creativity is flowing and the goals are flying in, and not quite so for Hans Women Football Club. It could be argued that in full flight they would have had enough in them to stop any team, but it has been a season where they have never quite taken off. If they do that tonight, they will put a dent in the mission of Sirvodem Sports Club. They intend to make a serious statement, and they intend to be in the top 9. But space is limited and time is ticking away and games are rushing past, and they must make the most of the games in hand. This is Sandhya Rani playing it behind to Namrata Kaur. She is getting a start today. Hans Women Football Club coming on the back of 4-0 defeat to kick-start. Attack from the right from the skipper Ansela Barreto finds room for the cross. It's going to be the first corner of the game. Just a minute and a half on the clock. Sirvodem Sports Club will look to build onto that victory against SSB in the last game. They'll just have to carry on the winning momentum. Ball delivered towards the near post, and the number 4 went up for it. And that was Sanfida. The connection was not very proper. Sirvodem going with the traditional 5-3-2. It's a very defensive approach and can be a tough proposition for any team they face. This is because it's so hard to break down with 5 defenders sitting in front of their box and 3 midfielders hounding the opposition in front of them. It's Karishma Rai for Hans, Shruti, Savi Mehta, Ria getting a start again after being left over in the previous game. Clearance not very confident. Comes to Bhagwati. The offside flag going up against Jyoti Barrett. There's that vital interception. Hans looking to move forward, playing a few passes together of their own. And now Muskan from the right. She played it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Sirvodem. And now on the attack is Sirvodem. Ernestina with an attempted through ball. Nicely marshalled by Sandhya Rani. A throw in taken towards Sanfida. This is the number 7, Jyoti Barrett. They have shortage of players on the bench, only 3 of them. Ernestina operating from deep, and that role has certainly helped her playing style. Doing exceedingly well in a deep role. Ria taking on Ernestina. Ria's through pass is intercepted by Femina. Down the middle, here comes Sirvodem, skipping past 2 challenges and then looking to slip in the number 11. That was Jyoti Barrett. Breto asking the number 12 to chase it down, and that is Jyoti. She eventually gets to it, sending it across, a low one, and somehow managing to deal with it was Savi Mehta. Ernestina goes on her own, clatters off the goalkeeper, and that's the opening goal for Sirvodem Sports Club, but it won't count. The flag went up against the number 7, Alina. A foul on the goalkeeper, Namrata Thapar, instead. And Hans Women Football Club survives. For Sirvodem Sports Club, the centre backs were comfortable playing in a back 3, good at communication, and don't get in each other's way. When the team transitions to a 3-5-2, the 2 wide centre backs should have the pace, power and positioning to cover for the wing backs and be comfortable on the ball. And talking about the energetic full backs or wing backs who have fantastic conditioning and can get up and down the pitch as well, and defending their flanks wholeheartedly and being good at one-on-ones. They should also be good on the ball and be able to support the midfielders further up the pitch. Sharda over the top for Jyoti. A free kick for Hans. Jyoti with the free kick. In fact, 3 Jyotis on the pitch. The left full back of Hans, Jyoti. The striker, Jyoti Barrett, the skipper. And the number 11 for Sirvodem, Jyoti. Sanfida selling one dummy. This might open up for Elena Costa. Clearance. Throw in for Sirvodem. They are looking the better side in the opening few minutes so far. And the disciplined central midfielders who not only help out in defense but also contribute in attack, and they should have a lot of stamina and be able to cover the wide positions and support the fullbacks. 1 or 2 of them should also chip in with goals and assists. The energetic fullbacks and wingbacks who have fantastic conditioning can get up and down the pitch as well as defending their flanks wholeheartedly. And those 2 up top in Jyoti and Lina will have to work well together and are tireless at running into space, pulling the opposition out of position and putting the ball in the back of the net, while one is an out-and-out striker, the other is often a support striker, a more creative player who create a lot of chances. A slight change in approach of Hans as well. It is a basic 4-4-2. Muskan on the right, Lakshmi Bharma on the left, Karishma, Rai and Ria, the two central midfielders, Bhagwati and Jyoti Barrett up top. Meanwhile, a free kick for Sirvodem. The number 3 takes it. It was in fact a high line. Has gone out of play. Free kick taken by Sharda at the centre half. Savi Mehta. Not a lot of distance on the goal kick. Number 7 then, Helena, venturing forward for Sirvodem. Sanfida's cross taken a deflection and comes towards the number 11 Jyoti. She guides it towards Ernestina and Sela Barreto. A poor touch from the number 16, allowing the number 11 to clear. The strongest argument in favour of 4-4-2 being the best soccer formation is that it offers impeccable attacking opportunities without compromising the defensive stability, and one can say that the absence of wide players is a weak point. Muskan Suba and Lakshmi Burma, time and again they tuck inside and the shape becomes very narrow, almost like a midfield diamond. Lost it in an important area. Jyoti goes for it. It's just gone over. Completely missing the swing, the number 11. The idea was right, not the execution though. On the ball sent into the danger area and the goalkeeper completely spills it. Finally some space to breathe for Hans. They can launch a very quick counter. Jyoti is chasing. Sharda clears. And there she is on your screen. She was the last player in defense. Muskan taken away by Sanfida, and now she's accelerating. Sanfida's ball over the top, looking for Jyoti, but it will be cut out by Savi Mehta. Sandhya Rani, Karishma Rai, a falling shot of Jyoti taken away by a black shirt, and that was an Arpita, scorer of the second goal against SSB, capitalizing on the missed clearance. Elena trying to bulldoze her way through. Not the greatest of the touches. A free kick for Hans. Sandhya Rani will be taking this. Sandhya Rani takes it over the top, collected by Ernestina Tete. And now she plays it towards the number 20. A ball over the top, comfortable this time for Namrata. and ahead of the men defense at the block, so-called the double pivot, and these two have the job of creating a deep block and protecting the defense. A pressure applied by Hans. Rinku making the clearance. Ansela moves it on. I can find a black shirt. The first 15 minutes into the game, it's been even Stevens, pretty less to choose between the two teams. Collected by Arpita. Arpita with a low cross. This might open up for a black shirt. Arranging itself was Lena. Alina couldn't get the shot away. Took too much time of the ball. Just showed a bit too much of the ball. And chance was gone. And that was Alina trying to arrange it. The challenge coming in from Shruti. Hans looking very, very positive tonight at the back. Rinku collected by Ernestina Tete. Excellent diagonal ball. Will be kept in play. Makes her way into the penalty area. Two waiting in the middle. And Sanfida is incensed. She wanted it onto her feet. Just couldn't resist her temptation from shooting it. Beautiful footwork. I think a pull back would have been the safest option. Savi Mehta. Throw in. In fact, it's a free kick for Sirvodem. And Femina, the number 2. She's got plenty of black shirts inside the box to aim at. Goes for the front post. It's completely wide. I wouldn't be happy with her effort. Good looking ball in. Sharda has got yards advantage, but her clearance straight into the feet of a blue shirt. Now support arriving towards the edge of the area in the number 34, Muskan. Muskan has taken it. Muskan drifting out wide, gets the cross in onto the roof of the net. The angle went against her. She was forced out wide. Sharda goes long. A shot from distance. Namrata straight at her. So 21 minutes on the clock. It's 0-0 between Hans and Sirvodem. Let's see which team breaks the ice. Sirvodem started the game against SSB on attacking foot. Coming inches closer. A one-on-one chance for Ansela. She beats the keeper. Ansela makes it 1-0 for Sirvodem Sports Club. It's Alina, the number 7, getting her name on the score sheet. Slightly emotional as well. Her first Hero Indian Women's League goal. It's Alina on the score sheet. Wonderfully done by the number 7. She was one-on-one with Namrata Kaur, beating her, and then drills it into the back of the net. Look at that. Keepers come out, getting the better of the keeper and then drilling it quite comfortably. So Alina's goal. Here's the difference between the two teams. Sirvodem will be looking for their second successive win of this campaign. That will take them to 7 points. It's gonna be a massive leap for the team from Goa. Here comes Sirvodem again. Sanfida. Support arriving from Clancy. Getting the return. Nice 1-2 between Sanfida and Clancy. Shruti is there. Managing to outfox Suti. Clancy's ball. Perfectly placed was Sandhya Rani. The game against SSB on the 32nd minute mark. Sanfida gave them the lead as she netted it from close range, and both the sides came close to scoring though through Femina Raj and Anibala Devi respectively before half time, but could not capitalize. Following the restart, SSB charged forward and looked more lethal in attack, and eventually on the 61st minute Sandhya scored the equalizer for the West Bengal side. And the forward latched onto a loose ball inside the box and fired it into the net off the crossbar. However, Sirvodem immediately regained their lead on the 62nd minute. And Arpita, who came close to scoring in the first half, finally found the back of the net from close range. And for Sirvodem Sports Club, the 3 points mean the world. They will be looking to grab as many points as they can in the upcoming games. And meanwhile, this could be an alarming result for SSB women, who have now been defeated thrice in a row. They drew their game against Odisha Sports earlier this evening at the Battalion ground. They were leading but conceded a late goal. And there's the willing runner in the number 25, Lakshmi Verma. And Jyoti Barrett stepping in. Ernestina Tete with a long ball forward. Namrata gets to it. Karishma Rai. And almost played in Jyoti Barrett. Femina clearly saw that. Karishma Rai skitters away to Ria. Excellent control there from number 24, and then rolls up onto it. That was Bhagwati. Bhagwati Chauhan puts in a lot of hard work up top for Hans. Sanvi Mehta, Jyoti and Jyoti Barrett and Lakshmi Varma. These are the four goal scorers for Hans Women Football Club this season. On the flip side, Sirvodem, they have scored only 3 goals but conceded 27. Both the teams have conceded combined 60 goals. Sanfida, the number 21 Arpita, and the number 10 Ernestina Tete are the 3 goal scorers of Sirvodem. Both the teams hydrating themselves. It's been a very busy evening for both the teams. Hans Women Football Club really had to work hard in order to get control of that midfield, and they're still struggling to do so. Savi Mehta, chase on from Bhagwati Chauhan. Sharda will be taking this free kick. It's arrowed in the middle and runs towards the black shirt. And Amrata grabs hold of it. Half an hour gone here at the Kalinga Stadium. It is Sirvodem Sports Club leading by a 1-0 against Hans. The Delhi League champions again up against the Vedanta Goa Women's League champions. A very crucial intervention from Sandhya Rani. Has been given as a foul throw for Hans. Now on the attack is the team in black. A quick feed from Karishma Rai, arranging it for the number 25 Lakshmi Verma. Hans slowly and steadily getting into the game. Jyoti Barrett with an outside of the boot pass. Oh, that's a strong challenge from Karishma Rai. Gonna be a foul, an elbow onto Alina at her back. That must be very painful. And the first booking of the game as well. Karishma Rai, she has been booked for that challenge on Lena. And that looked pretty blatant. An elbow on her back. What a fine pass that is! Finding the target! And in fact, Jyoti finding the roof of the net. And within 3 touches, the Sirvodem Sports Club doubling their money here at the Kalinga Stadium. How often do you see that happen? Excellent combination play from the team in black. A high ball, outfoxing the Hans Women's Football Club defence. And a perfect rising right footer into the top corner. And now Karishma Rai trying to take it away from the number 8. Somehow managing to clear the lines. Both the strikers, in fact, getting among the goals for Sirvodem tonight. And the left full back Jyoti on the overlap. No damage done. Sanfida applying pressure on Sandhya Rani, forcing her to put it into touch. A relentless chasing from those two up top. Sanfida from behind. Getting hold of the second ball a lot more quicker. And Ernestina's presence in midfield doing wonders for Sirvodem so far. And what a ball that is! Flag stayed down, 1-on-1! Oh, she struck it wide, Jyoti. And almost her second of this evening. But what a through ball from Ernestina. As smooth as a hot knife through butter. And Hans once again left jaded at the back. I should have scored, Jyoti. A run offered by Jyoti. 2 black shirts in Sanfida and Alina waiting. Jyoti wins a corner kick for her efforts. And just like the previous game, this one as well, a pretty much one-sided affair. Hans Women Football Club under a lot of pressure trailing by 2-0, and now they have to defend this corner. Breaks for Ernestina. Could not adjust her feet. Jyoti. There's a low cross from the number 19, Clancy. Ernestina with the block and buying the throw in. Karishma. Excellent nutmeg from Bhagwati Chauhan. A fancy flick not coming off. Ernestina options to her left. Out of Clancy's reach. Darshana just asking her side to slow down the tempo, take time on the ball. Muskan. Karishma Rai, hint of a handball not given. She's been blocked off quite comfortably by Femina. And now Jyoti, that's a stray header. Onto the path of the number 11. Support comes in from Ansela Barreto. And now number 21 arriving in Arpita. Goes behind for a goal kick. Jyoti again. A couple of blue shirts onto her. We are approaching towards the end of the first half, about 5.5 odd minutes remaining. The shirts in black lining up one after the other like a train inside the box. Oh, that's a great delivery and just a telling touch, and that would have been goal number 3 for Sirvodem. Excellent corner, great delivery, and the goalkeeper completely missing the flight of the ball. Skipping past the challenges, Ernestina. She has been the backbone of the team, really. Has the ability to hold up play. and take on players. Is comfortable playing in midfield and then up top. Alina's cross in. Hans Women Football Club clearly driven backwards, trying to get on the front foot. And this player especially, no such supply towards her. She had to track back time and again to recover the ball. She would love receiving those inside the 18-yard box. Quickly moving it forward, Jyoti Barrett. Sanfida, Ria with the challenge. And now into space for the goal scorer, Alina. This time the defender winning the individual duel. Sirvodem Sports Club started the journey against the Arrows. That was a 4-0 defeat, followed by 7-0 against Kickstart, and then played that 0-0 draw against PIFA. Hans took the lead against SSB Women. They were leading by 2-0 in their opening game, midway through the first half. In the second half, SSB turned it around and won it 6-2. Oh, that might be a chance for Hans. Well done by Kajal. When she was called into action, she responded. Clearance was completely miscued by Shraddha, missing it altogether. Under pressure was Kajal. She had to play it out. And that was a risky back pass. Ernestina. Very difficult to get the ball off her. Ernestina. Excellent shielding and then releasing Sanfida. Sanfida charging into the penalty area. Excellent sliding challenge from Shruti. And corner for Sirvodem. Additional time of 4 minutes. Ball swung into a dangerous area. A free kick for Hans. Shraddhanjali to take this. Didn't travel too far. Sanfida. There's a free kick for Sirvodem. Referee just taking her time for about half a second before making the decision. Sharda goes direct. Oh my word! What a finish! A sublime finish from the centre half. As Sharda making it 3-0 for Sirvodem. Remarkable stuff. Struck it with a lot of venom. Goalkeeper Namrata Kaur missing it altogether. Look at that. Wow. A sublime finish by the number 3. We've already seen some wonderful goals from free kicks over the course of the season in the Hero Indian Women's League, and this one is the recent addition to that burgeoning list. Sirvodem completely killing the game off in the first half itself. No recovery from here on. With about 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Oh, excellent ball from Ernestina. Sanfida this time. Oh, finds the target. Impeccable finish. Sirvodem Sports Club on a roll here. A couple of goals in added time. Sanfida making it 4-0. Finding the second post with absolute expertise. And it's 4-0 for Sirvodem. And that's the half-time whistle. A couple of goals in the added 4 minutes from Sirvodem, killing the game off in the first half itself. Hunts will be disappointed with their efforts in the first half. They started the game on a brighter note though. But as the game weared off, they lost track and went slightly on the back foot. Sirvodem Sports Club making their chances count, and so they go into the break with a 4-0 lead. These are the first half stats. Ball possession 56-44. 14 shots taken by Sirvodem, 6 on target. No shots on target from Hunts. Also won 4 corners, the side from Goa. Only 1 shot taken by Hunts in the first half. Muskan with the 1. The other shots taken by Sirvodem Sports Club. 14, Jyoti with 3. Arpita with 3, Sanfida with 2, Elena Tony with 2, Ernestina with 2, Femina and Sharda with 1 each. Now time to have a look at the number of fouls committed by Hans, 4. Jyoti Barrett with 1, Bhagwati Chauhan with 1, Muskan Khan and Karishma Rai with 1 each. Four fouls committed by Sirvodem. Arpita with 2, Jyoti and Alina Tony with 1 each. Let's have a look at the first half highlights. Match number 48 kicking off at the Kalinga Stadium between Hans and Sirvodem. And Ernestina with the first attempt troubling the keeper. It was deemed as a foul. Jyoti shot over the bar. A chance opened up for Alina again. Didn't really connect. Cutting inside and then going on her own. This was another wasted opportunity from Sirvodem. Muskan clipping it over the top. Poor defending there from Hans, and capitalizing onto it is Alina, beating the keeper and making it 1-0. And that is how it all started. And the second goal from Jyoti, out of the keeper's reach. Wonderful from a narrow angle. And there's the through pass from Ernestina. This time shoots it wide, Jyoti. A beautifully taken corner. A keeper completely misjudging the flight of the ball. And Sharda's free kick, making it 2-0. The best of the lot, and Sanfida ending the first half on a high, scoring the fourth one. And well, Apurna Narzari of Indian Arrows and Winton of Gokulam KL have been instrumental figures for their respective teams. Let's have a look at their journey. Sit back and enjoy.
मैं अपूर्णा नर्सरी, मैं इंडियन एरोस टीम में स्ट्राइकर करती हूँ। मैं आसाम से हूँ और मैं आसाम, मेरा टी कोकराझार है और मैं उसके अंदर बंदरगांव खागराबाड़ी में रहती हूँ। बचपन में ऐसे ही दोस्तों के साथ ग्राउंड में जाते थे और उधर से खेलना स्टार्ट किया है बॉयज लोग के साथ, ऐसे ही लड़का लोग के साथ। क्लास 8 में और साइकिल में सिलेक्शन देने गई। घर में हम लोग 6 मेंबर हैं। मेरे पापा फिजिकल इंस्ट्रक्टर है, मम्मी हाउसवाइफ है और सिस्टर है। हम 4 हैं सिस्टर। सब सपोर्ट करती थी घर से, मम्मी पापा सब सपोर्ट करती। बस बोलती थी ग्राउंड जाओ, ऐसा नहीं कि मत जाओ ग्राउंड में, ऐसा क्या मिलेगा। वो लोग तो मेरे को फोर्स करती थी जाने के लिए ग्राउंड। और शरण नर्सरी भी हमारे टाउन से ही है और हम लोग उसको भी देख के बहुत सीखे हैं और उसकी बहुत फैन है। ये मेरे लिए बहुत स्पेशल मोमेंट है क्योंकि शाप में भी मेरे को मौका मिला था, अभी भी और एक बार मौका मिला है जो मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा है, जिसमें मैं मेहनत कर सकती हूँ, अपने आप को इम्प्रूव कर सकती हूँ। तो वो ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा चांस है। ये बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है मेरे लिए क्योंकि सीनियर दीदी लोग के साथ खेल के फाइट करके खेलने से अच्छा लगता है, बहुत अपने आप में बहुत खुश होता है। एरोस में मेरे को पहली बार टीम में कैप्टन मिला है, वो मेरे लिए स्पेशल मोमेंट था और डर भी लग रहा था कैप्टन बन के कैसे खेलेंगे, तो उसको स्ट्रॉन्ग करके खेल के अच्छा लगा। हाँ, टीम को सपोर्ट करना होता है और टीम को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाना होता है क्योंकि कैप्टन स्ट्रॉन्ग बनेगा तो टीम भी स्ट्रॉन्ग बनेगा। घर वाला अच्छा बोलते हैं कैप्टन बनाए, बोलते हैं कैप्टन बनाए, आप भी अच्छे से खेलो, कैप्टन का जिम्मेदारी निभाओ जो है। इंडियन एरोस टीम HIWL में अभी खेल रहा है, ये अच्छा है क्योंकि हम लोग 11 मैच खेल रहे हैं, वो भी सीनियर एक्सपीरियंस दीदी लोग जो प्लेयर हैं उन लोग के साथ। तो ये हमारे लिए अच्छा है क्योंकि हम लोग आगे अगर मैच खेलेंगे तो वो हमारे लिए अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस होगा, अपने आप को इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं खेलने के लिए और अपने आप को स्ट्रॉन्ग बना सकते हैं। और आई होप कि आगे भी ऐसा मौका मिलेगा एरोस टीम।
मेरा नाम तो दुलड़ मरांडी है।
मेरा नाम रंजिता मणिपुर का।
हम तो पहले फुटबॉल खेलने शुरू किए हैं, जो छोटा से जो लड़का लोग के साथ प्रैक्टिस करते थे। फिर अपना हजारीबाग सेंटर में हम रहते थे, वहाँ पर एक कोचिंग सेंटर है, वहाँ पर कोच के अंदर में रहे। फिर इधर नेशनल सब होता था तो उसी सब में फिर सिलेक्शन होने लगा, तो फिर अच्छा से खेले। फिर बाहर का टीम देखते थे, हम अच्छा से गेम खेलती थी तो हम भी सोचते थे हम भी अच्छा से खेले वो लोग जैसा। और फिर हम सोचते थे और आगे गेम अच्छा से बनाए और फिर अपना एज बनाए तो अपना लाइफ बनाए, कोई हमको भी पहचाने ऐसे ही आगे। और सोचता मेरा घर में कोई सपोर्ट तो बहुत देते थे लेकिन पैसा नहीं होता था। इसके बाद हम कोशिश किए हम पढ़ाई करेंगे, खेलेंगे और आगे बढ़ेंगे और घर का सपोर्ट दे सकेंगे।
शुरू में मैं प्ले स्कूल में थी, हम लोग एक दो स्कूल मिल के एक कोचिंग में था, तो एक अचानक से एक टीचर ने मतलब स्कूल की पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए बोला, ग्रास रूट खेलने के लिए। हमारा उधर भी एक सीनियर लोग होता है फुटबॉल प्लेयर, वो लोग ने हमको पूछा फुटबॉल खेलना चाहते हो? हाँ खेलना चाहती हूँ ऐसे बोल के वो लोग मिल के हम मतलब स्कूल से हम लोग 20 लोग उठाया था खेलने के लिए। उस टाइम से शुरू हुआ था ग्रास रूट से। वो बात ना मेरे पापा को बताया, ऐसे ऐसे बोले फुटबॉल खेलने के लिए बोला, खेलूं क्या ऐसे। मेरे पापा ने बोला तुम फुटबॉल खेलना चाहती हो? हाँ खेलना चाहती हूँ। और उसने बोला खेलना चाहते हो तो खेलो, हमें फुल सपोर्ट करेगा। उसी से स्टार्ट किया है उस टाइम से। पहले हम ना ऐसे स्टेट में ही खेलते रहते हैं, जॉब करने का भी नहीं सोचता है दिमाग में, सिर्फ खेलते रहना है। और मेरा पापा ने एक जॉब करने से और अच्छा रहेगा सोच के इसके दिमाग में जॉब करवाना चाहते हैं हमको। हम तो उस टाइम नॉलेज में भी नहीं है जॉब करना है, जॉब करके ही खेलना है। हम तो ऐसे ही खेलते रहेगा इसी दिमाग में चलते थे। तो एक पापा ने SSB का एक वैकेंसी निकाला था, उसने फॉर्म पूरा भर के। उस टाइम हम एक खेलने के लिए गेम में थे, घर में भी नहीं था, तो मेरा पापा ने फॉर्म सब फिलअप करके लेके आ गया था। मेरा गेम में आ गया था सिर्फ साइन करने के लिए, मेरा साइन करने के लिए सिर्फ मैंने साइन करके दे दिया। फिर मेरे पापा और मेरा दीदी ने ही सब कुछ किया है SSB में आने के लिए। तो सिर्फ मैंने साइन करके फिर सेलेक्ट हो गया था SSB में। और मेरा पापा तो नहीं रहे, सब मेरा पापा की क्रेडिट है, मैं यहाँ तक पहुँच रही हूँ मेरा पापा की। उसने क्या बनवाना चाहते हैं हमको और कहाँ तक लाना है, सब वो नहीं होने से हम यहाँ तक नहीं पहुँच पाएगा।
मैं तो पहले सोचते थे वो जो पैसा नहीं होता था, तो एक बार हमको बोली थी मत खेलने के लिए, मम्मी लोग तो हमको बोले थे मत खेलने के लिए। अगर खेलने के लिए तो पैसा नहीं होता था तो कहाँ से खेलेंगे। तो एक मेरा मौसी है, तो मेरा मौसी बोली हम दे देंगे, तुमको जितना जरूरत है, जहाँ तक खेलना चाहती है तो खेल लो। तो हम बोले चलो, हमको इतना सपोर्ट मिल रहा है, मेरा मौसी खुद अपने माँ जैसा सपोर्ट दी, तो हम उसके से इतना तक आगे बढ़े। फिर हमको हॉस्टल में फिर बोले ठीक है, तो कहाँ हॉस्टल तो मौका मिल रहा है तुमको रहने के लिए, खेलने के लिए, तो वहाँ रहो और खेलो। तो फिर हम लोग का एक मैडम है तो बोली SSB का फॉर्म भरा है, चलो हम भर के तुमको वही डाल देते हैं, एक तो हो गया। तो फिर हम वो मैडम सब चीज़ भर के फिर बोले डाल के आना। जब हमको सिलेक्शन हुआ तो सबसे पहले तो हम अपना मैडम खुश हुए, मतलब मेरा बच्चे वो नौकरी मिल गया। तो मेरा घर वाला लोग तो कोई विश्वास ही नहीं कर रहे थे, मतलब इतना छोटा एज में कैसे हो गया नौकरी। सब गाँव वाला लोग भी बोल रहा है इतना छोटा एज में कैसे नौकरी हो गया था, ऐसे झूठ बोल के टीम जा रही है। तो बाद में जो मीडिया फिर हमको गया मेरा घर तो हम बताए, तो फिर सबको गाँव वाला भी खुश हो गया और सब गाँव वाला भी हमको सपोर्ट करता था। जो ये बच्ची इतना गरीब है घर से, तो ये बच्चा आगे बढ़े। तो अभी भी हम छुट्टी जाते हैं तो हमसे सब हमको वो लोग का घर जाना चाहिए मिलने के लिए, लेकिन खुद वो लोग आ जाते हैं हमसे मिलने के लिए।
जब हमने फुटबॉल खेलना शुरू
Welcome back to the live coverage of the second half from the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar, and you're watching the Hero Indian Women's League 2021-22 match number 48 live on Eurosport and also on the YouTube channel of the Indian football team. And it's between Sirvodem Sports Club and Hunts, and aside from Goa leading by 4-0 at the break, with goals from Elena, Jyoti, Sanfida and the centre half Sharda. No such openings for Hunts in the first half. Only one shot lofted into the roof of the net by Muskan Khan, and that's a change made by Sirvodem as number 20 Jeromina comes on. And now we are all ready for the second half. Jyoti looked really very impactful in the first half for Sirvodem. She got her name on the score sheet and also missed an one-on-one chance from Ernestina's through pass. Could will have been half a dozen in the first half itself for Hunts, for Sirvodem. And how do Hunts respond in the second half will be interesting to see. And we are underway. And the team in black, the Sirvodem Sports Club, will be operating from the left to right of your screen, and protecting their goal on the right hand side is the team in blue and white, Hunts Women Football Club. This is Ria. Early movement from Hunts. Karishma Rai's forward ball chipped into the feet of Jyoti Barrett. A free kick goes against her. Flag is up. The title decider game going on at the Salt Lake Stadium between Gokulam Kerala and Melbourne Sporting. The potential title decider, the grand finale of the Hero I-League. And Gokulam leading by 2-1. Marcus Joseph just equalised for Melbourne Sporting. The very next minute, Emil Benny capitalising on to a mistake and making it 2-1 for Gokulam. So the Malabarians have regained the lead with about 15 odd minutes remaining on the clock. If they manages to sustain the pressure and hold on to the lead, it's going to be their second successive Hero I-League title. Dempo Sports Club won it successive times. And East Bengal as well, when it was named as the National Football League back in 2002 and 2003 season. And the stewardship of late Subhash Bhomik. Gokulam Kerala on the verge of creating history in Kolkata. They lifted the Durand Cup in Kolkata, beating Mohan Bagan in the final. That was the beginning of the dream run. And they fulfilled their I-League dream in Kolkata last year as well. This season as well, they're on the lead. It's going to be another chapter in the history of Indian football. Never easy playing against the likes of Mohammedan Sporting at the Salt Lake Stadium. With the presence of the crowd on the stands. Gokulam Kerala on the verge of creating history and getting the better of Mohammedan Sporting at their own den. The closest the Black Panthers have come in the club's history for winning the I-League title. They've never been static in the I-League previously. They got promotion from the Division 2 and then again got relegated. Talking about this game, it's still 4-0 in favour of Sirvodem. And a free kick to Hans, just near the halfway area. Shraddhanjali cleared away from the edge of the area. Wonderfully done. Karishma Rai comes to the rescue to support her fullback. But the midfield have gone into tatters. They got to find a pathway. Shruti Femina is there. She was very alert, the number 2. Nicely controlled by Jeromina. Sanartina spreading it to the right. Chase on from the number 11 Jyoti. In fact, is the Jyoti of Hans winning the duel, getting support from Shraddhanjali. So it's 82 minutes at the Salt Lake Stadium in Gokulam, Kerala, still up by 2-1, and they can even do it with a draw. Rishad and Emil Benny are the scorers for the Malabarians, and for Mohammed Sporting, Azharuddin Malik brought them back on level terms in the second half. The Gokulam Kerala women's team as well, winning earlier in the day by 5-0 against Kickstart Football Club. So is the dominance of Gokulam Kerala all over the country. Dominance of Kerala football. Even Kerala Blasters played the Hero ISL final. It's another Bengal versus Kerala clash, and just like the Santosh Trophy, Kerala is leading. And a double change made by Hans. And the number 14, Asha Thapa, comes on. Peels away in the middle, Asha Thapa. She's got options to her left and right. Asha Thapa looking to take on Femina. A free kick for Hans. And Karishma Rai from about 25 yards out, lining it up onto her right foot. A disappointing attempt. Goal kick for Sirvodem. The bottom of the table clash on the cards in the Hero Indian Women's League at the Kalinga Stadium. And the two sides haven't had the best of results since the start of the season, and will be looking to make amends in the upcoming game. And Hans Women head coach Darshan, they have had Hawk's eye on the next game, and it is definitely a game that they can count on. Sirvodem Sports Club, as mentioned by Darshana, is a strong team, and they have won their last game. Naturally, they're high in confidence, but as mentioned, they are here to show progress in the graph, and that's what they aim for, and that's what they're doing. They're keeping it simple. They wish to use the next game as a platform to show how they are upgrading themselves as a team in terms of knowledge and performance. Karishma right towards Ria. And the Keralite Femina reading the ball excellently. And that's much better from Hans. Lakshmi Verma kept in play. Enters the box. Jyoti Barrett. Cleared away. Sanfida. Ernestina with the back header. Jyoti slips. Ria. Jyoti Barrett. Ernestina wins it off her. This is the number 21 for Sirvodem, Arpita. And Jyoti gets there ahead of. There's the number 20, Jeromina. Cross from Jyoti. And an acrobatic try. Oh, wonderful attempt from Sanfida. Got to be credited for that try. It didn't come off though. Sanfida, a non-groom, a player from Meghalaya. The hour mark, it's still 4-0. Shouts of handball. Play continues. Jyoti leaving it for Asha Thapa. Femina stepping in. Still battle for the ball. Asha Thapa up against Femina. There's a throw in for Hans. The first 15 minutes looking much improved in the second half, Hans. And that is how they could have started the first half. On the flip side, Sirvodem Sports Club as well taking their foot off the pedal. They are into a comfortable lead. And a shooting opportunity for Lakshmi is off target. At least a half chance for Hans. Jyoti, Ria, too long for the number 9, Jyoti Barrett. Number 21, Jyoti asking for it. Tried to slip in Jeromina. She escapes the challenge. And intercepted by the number 11. Slightly lacking in coordination and lacking in intensity. It's quite humid. The players are draining. And over 18 minutes have gone into the second half and tired legs around. A chase on from Sanfida. Savvy Mehta clearing the danger. Leaning into a defender was Jeromina. And Celebrato then for Sirvodem. Just checking her run. It would have been offside, Jyoti. Holding their positions excellently. Sirvodem Sports Club. This is a fine ball for Lakshmi. She's getting noticed in the second half. And this is a chance for Sirvodem to pull one back. It's gone over. A first real chance for Hans. Falling to Asha Thapa. She couldn't hit the target. Asha Thapa, a heavy touch. That was quite ambitious from Karishma Rai. And Lakshmi, scintillating stuff from Lakshmi, twinkling toes. And almost twinkle-toed Ansela Barreto. Missing out on the challenge, the number 16. Oh, what a ball! Sensational, exploiting the gap between the centre backs. Stays on her feet, and Sanfida shoots it wide. That long grounder eventually reaching the number 4. Sanfida, a non-groom. A corner kick for Sirvodem Sports Club. Sanfida's shot taking a nick in the way. It's gonna be the number 8 for Sirvodem, Rinku, the central defender. Taking this corner, outswing floater, header comes in, and that's the 5th goal. She touched it on the line. A slight confusion. Has it been given? No, it's been cancelled out for a foul. The score line remains at 4-0 then. That was the action replay, the corner kick taken by Rinku. Swung away from the keeper, header comes in from Ernestina. And I think Jeromina got the last touch. It was given as offside. And Ernestina's header was anyway going in. And that touch from Jeromina giving it away. And so the news from the Salt Lake Stadium is that Gokulam Kerala have defeated Mohammedan Sporting by 2-1, and with that victory they defends the HIWL League title and becomes the second team after Dempo Sports Club to win the HIWL League for 2 successive seasons. What a remarkable achievement by the Malabarians, and their dominance in Indian football continues. It's going to be a difficult night, heartbreaks all around, especially for the Mohammedan Sporting fans who assembled in numbers at the Salt Lake Stadium. Will have to return empty-handed as they finishes their season being on second. Marcus Joseph finishes as the top goal scorer of the tournament with 15 goals. It has been a wonderful wrap-up. The HIWL League 2021-22 season comes to an end after initial halt in the opening stages due to the outbreak of the pandemic. The COVID-19 Omicron, and then the HIWL League resumed from the 2nd of March. And clearly the better team, Gokulam Kerala, winning the title for the second time. There will be celebrations down the streets of Kerala. And Kerala recently celebrated a Santosh Trophy victory. And that celebration will be doubled. It could have been tripled had Kerala Blasters won the HIWL ISL. And so drinks break here at the Kalinga Stadium. No goals in the second half. And Sirvodem Sports Club, after grabbing the maiden victory in the Hero Indian Women's League in the previous game, and just building on to that momentum towards their second victory of the season, despite not having enough options on the bench, and making one change. They have two more left in Geeta R and Melvis De Silva. Still, players are giving their everything in the field of play. It's taken away. A shot from a narrow angle. Straight to Namrata. Straight on to Ernestina. Capitalizing on the bat touch, tried to slip it through the gate. Well covered by Rinku, Ernestina, Arpita. Barreto on the overlap, lining up a diagonal, the number 16, and no options inside the box. Finds Jyoti. Those two namesakes are fighting against each other for the ball. So we are into the last quarter of the game then. It's 56-44 on the ball possession, and Hans having more of the ball in the second half. Sirvodem Sports Club team looks slightly relaxed, holding on to that 4-0 lead, sitting back and defending, trying to hit Hans on the counter. Darshana do have the luxury of making changes. She's got options on the bench. Anita is there, the young forward. Even Anushka. Regulation time of about 13 minutes remaining. No constructive build-up in the second half. It's been scrappy. And so Ansela Barreto to take the throw in. A battle for the ball. And now taken away wonderfully by Jyoti Barrett, trying to set up Asha Thapa. A cut off by Femina. Narpita sending Ansela Barreto down the right. And out of play for a throw in. The last 10 minutes of this game then. A foul throw. Furki Lamu Bhutia is the referee from Sikkim. We saw Reshmi Chetri in the other game, assistant referee. And apart from other players, lots of referees are also coming up from the northeastern part of India. We saw Debbala Ilangbam in the previous game at the Capital Ground. She's from Manipur. Ruba Devi. Zoming Lanai Fanai from Mizoram. Ernestina setting up Arpita on the center circle. Arpita with a long ball forward. Wasteful. Darshana just looking towards her bench. Maybe a change is getting ready. Here's the head coach of Sirvodem, Mahesh Jagtap. And plotting Ernestina in the heart of midfield was the master stroke. It's going to be his second successive victory. Coming away with the ball is Ansela Barreto. Cross comes in. Completely missing it, Jyoti and Ernestina. Pulling the trigger from 20 yards out. Jyoti, the number 11, the left full back of Hans, is injured. She seems to be in great agony. Now looking to make inroads. This is the chance for Arpita. Board is on the line. And that was Savi Mehta denying Arpita on this occasion. Regulation time of about 6 minutes remaining. Not going to be so easy. And going past the challenge. Running out of space as well, Jeromina. A change going to be coming in from Hans very soon. And Arpita with a flash of pace. Not finding her teammate. In fact, 2 changes for Hans. 5 minutes of regulation time remaining. Niharika Rana comes on. And the number 16, Anushka. Jyoti's cross. Namrata spills it. Might be the 5th one. Put behind for a corner. The closest Sirvodem have come in the second half. Rinku with the corner again. Her previous one went in, but it was cancelled due to offside. Wonderfully taken towards Ernestina. The header has gone wide. Ria, she was almost crowded out. Recovers well. Smacks it over the top. Kajal putting it out. Regulation time of 3 minutes. Hans ahead in ball possession. And at the end of the day, 3 points is what matters. Win is what matters. Goals is what matters. And that is where Sirvodem Sports Club are way ahead in this game compared to them. Two minutes of regulation time. This is the number 20, Jeromina. And Namrata Kaur using her legs this time. And not the hand, surprisingly. A poor clearance. A very loose. And bouncing onto it, Ernestina. And Celebrato denied space. Low cross sent in. Gutsy defending there from Shraddhanjali. Jyoti Barrett turns with the ball in the center, looking for Bhagwati Chauhan. And Asha Thapa was the target. A Clancy will clear. Coming off the heels of Sanfida, falls kindly for Jeromina. Sanfida couldn't quite get a touch. Well done. Shruti winning the 50-50. Ria losing out to Ernestina. Support arriving in the form of Ansela Barreto. Barreto goes in for the diagonal. Straight to Namrata. Uh, 5 minutes of additional time. Arpita stringing few passes together, finding each other brilliantly. The team in black playing with a lot of precision. Ansela Barreto with the throw in. Sirvodem just deciding to shut shop in the second half. And that agility, and that tenacity and proactiveness was missing from the gameplay. Once again Rinku will be coming up to take the corner. About 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Can they get to their 5th goal? Trying to earn nerve. Namrata once again finding the forehead of Ernestina. Header from Jyoti. Barreto back to Jyoti. Behind her was Asha Thapa. A chance to trigger a counter for Hans. Once again ball into no man's land. Stepping past the challenge, Ernestina sending Arpita down the right. Good shape on the cross. Header comes in. She struck it wide. Sanfida. What a moment for Sirvodem. The best move of the second half. It could have been the icing on top of the cake. It could have been the second for her of this evening. What a sensational delivery from the right hand side by Arpita. And now last 40 seconds remaining. Lakshmi Verma just holding on to the ball for too long. Arpita again. Shraddhanjali comes to the rescue. And so that's the full-time whistle at the Kalinga Stadium. Sirvodem Sports Club holding on to their 4-0 lead of the first half and comfortably registering full 3 points against Hunts. A win here taking them to 7 points from 8 games, and then this is in fact the second win in a row in the Hero Indian Women's League. Leaving their disappointments behind, they are in search of a new dawn.
Dzień dobry, witam Państwa bardzo serdecznie prosto z hali Politechniki Opolskiej Opole, gdzie ruszamy z pierwszym spotkaniem o trzecie miejsce fazy play-off Suzuki pierwszej Ligi Mężczyzn w sezonie 2021-2022. Za nami już prezentacja obu zespołów. Drużyna Kotwicy Kołobrzeg w następującym składzie. Z numerem 3 Nataniel Kolasiński, z numerem 7 Witalij Kowalenko, z numerem 9 Remon Nelson,
time for today's hero of the match.
z 14 Mikołaj Kurpisz, numer 15
4,
Patryk Wieczorek, z numerem 17 Mateusz Dietrich, 24 Damian Pieloch
She
i z
scored the
numerem
winner against
95
SSB as well.
Piotr Śmigielski, czyli kapitan
Continuing her rich train of form, and she's awarded a check of 5,000 rupees powered by Hero Motorcorp Limited.
Drużyna Politechniki Opolskiej numerem 3 Jakub Kobel, z numerem 2 jeszcze Patryk Piszczatowski, z numerem 12 Szymon Kiwilsza, z 8 Marcel Kapuściński, z numerem 31 Adam Skiba, z 21 Paweł Krew, 34 Michał Jodłowski, 51 Adam Kaczmarzyk, 7.
And that's the full-time scoreline is Hunts of Women's Football Club 0, Sirvodem Sports Club 4.
Trenerem drużyny z Politechniki Opolskiej Opole jest pan Kamil Sadowski, jego asystentem pan Jędrzej.
These are the match stats. Hunts ahead in ball possession. 20 shots taken by Sirvodem in this game, 7 on target. Sirvodem winning 7 corner kicks, none on the opposite end from Hunts. These are the shots taken by Hunts in this game. Karishma Rai with 2, Lakshmi Verma with 2, Muskan Khan and Asha Thapa with 1 each. Now let's have a look at the number of shots taken by Sirvodem Sports Club in this game. 20 shots in total. Arpita with 6 and Fida. The hero of the match of today's game with 5, Jyoti with 2.
Pierwsze spotkanie o trzecie miejsce fazy play-off Suzuki pierwszej Ligi Mężczyzn przed nami. Politechnika Opolska Opole dzisiaj w okrojonym składzie nie zagra Patryk Wilk, który w środę uległ kontuzji złamania kostki. Rozmawiałem z Patrykiem przed spotkaniem. Mówił, że bardzo dziwna jest to sytuacja, ponieważ jeszcze we wtorek normalnie trenował z drużyną. Nic nie wskazywało na to, że z jego organizmem dzieje się coś niepokojącego, kiedy nagle budzi się w środę rano i nie może ruszać się kompletnie nogą. Okazało się to złamaniem kostki. W drużynie Kotwicy Kołobrzeg natomiast wypadło 2 zawodników. Nie zagra dziś Wojciech Jakubiak. Po tym meczu numer 5 z Górnikiem doznał urazu.
Committing 1 foul, Alina Tony, also in that list, and so is Ernestina Tedej.
A więc dzisiaj przed zawodnikami z Kołobrzegu naprawdę bardzo ciężkie wyzwanie.
Let's have a look at the 5 goals
Politechnika Opolska jest piekielnie silnym rywalem na własnym parkiecie. No to jeszcze gra w dziewiątkę, dodając do tego nieopierzonego Nataniela Kolasińskiego jako tego dziewiątego. No dzisiaj nie lada wyzwanie przed podopiecznymi trenera Franka, ale jak sam też mówił mi przed spotkaniem, zawodnicy Kotwicy są gotowi do walki.
Making it 2-0 quite comfortably.
Spuszczona w dół pokora i będą
And then
atakować,
Sharda's free
będą
kick
walczyć o te
went straight
brązowe
in.
medale w podobnych
Just at the
nastrojach
stroke of half time, Sanfida
wypowiadał się
Nangrum
dla mnie trener
making it
Sadowski
4-0
przed spotkaniem,
for
mówiąc, że
Sirvodem.
chłopaki są naprawdę bardzo zmobilizowani do tego, aby po te brązowe medale sięgnąć, że to jest ich wspólna misja, ostatnia przejażdżka i tutaj każdy zostawi na parkiecie serducho.
And so at the Kalinga Stadium, it has ended 4-0 in favor of Sirvodem Sports Club. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye from the Kalinga Stadium.
W drużynie gospodarzy z numerem 3 Jakub Kobel, 8 Marcel Kapuściński, 12 Szymon Kiwilsza, 71 Dominik Rutkowski i jako pierwszy na parkiet wszedł kapitan zespołu, czyli Adam Kaczmarzyk. Pierwsza piątka drużyny Sensation Kotwicy Kołobrzeg wygląda względnie bez zmian. Z numerem 7 Witalij Kowalenko, 9 Remon Nelson, 14 Mikołaj Kurpisz, 24 Damian Pieloch i 95 kapitan zespołu Piotrek Śmigielski. Drużyna z Opola w fazie play-off w ćwierćfinałach pokonała wynikiem 3-2 drużynę GKS-u Tychy. Natomiast w półfinale uległa Sokołowi Łańcut wynikiem 3-0, choć wynik ten nie mówi nam zbyt wiele o tej serii. Wydawało